the next activity, read out. So you are going to read the whole article. You may start.
Okay. Is multiculturalism Japan's future? Japan is known for its seemingly closed borders and has frequently been criticized for its lack of cultural diversity. In 2021, attention was drawn to institutionalized racism when a Sri Lankan woman died in an immigration detention facility. She was mocked by the staff and denied urgently needed medical care. Due to low birth rates, a rapidly shrinking and aging population has created a pressing,
Pressing demand.
pressing demand for workers. This demand has pushed the governments to admit more foreign workers by relaxing certain border regulations. The Japan International Cooperation Agency has predicted that by 2040, Japan will need Japan will need to quadruple the number of foreign workers to more than 6 million. The idea of multiculturalism has become the basis of civil rights in the West. Although these ideas have not had the same impact, multiculturalism is not incompatible with Japan.
Incompatible.
Incompatible with Japan. Multiracial people, foreigners, and minorities are becoming increasingly more prominent in the Japanese media. The nation is forming a new vision of who belongs in Japanese society. Selecting how Haitian tennis player Naomi Osaka as the torch rider at the Tokyo Olympics highlights this change. This increased visibility and everyday interaction with cultural diversity will make multiculturalism normal in Japan one day. However, it will remain a drawn-out process due to the country's border policies.
Okay, thank you. So I have some words here. Please repeat. Quadruple,
Quadruple,
incompatible,
incompatible,
interaction.
interaction.
Okay, do you have any question about the whole article? Words or phrases that you
Oh,
didn't understand?
maybe I can understand, but there are a lot of the words for it's difficult pronunciation for me.
Yes, okay, long words. Okay.
Long words.
Yeah, multiculturalism or
Yeah,
multiculturalism.
multiculturalism. Yeah, and
Yeah,
institutionalized
institutionalized racism.
institutionalized racism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but actually you can. Okay. Yeah, actually long words, it's a little bit hard to pronounce if you are not used to use regularly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I we know the words, but if we are
Mm,
not using it regularly, of course it's hard to pronounce. So we have to practice also.
yeah.
Like me. Okay, so this is the first time again that I read the word institutionalized. So you have to be used of it
Yeah.
until you can pronounce it clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next
It's
discussion.
it's like a tongue twisting.
Yes, it's just like a tongue twister.
Tongue twister. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's move on now to the discussion part. In this activity, you are going to answer the questions freely, or you can open also the situation that are given or the answer key.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with question number one. Do you think countries should open their borders to everyone?
Hmm.
Open their borders to everyone. When you say everyone,
Not everyone, I think. Yeah, I think Japan should open our borders to foreigners, but not everyone. Sometimes it's caused a lot of problems. Like, so foreigners, they don't know about my culture and behavior and habits and the custom. So it takes time to fit in our culture for foreigners.
okay.
Um,
Mhm.
uh,
Yes, not
first
for
thing is,
everyone
yeah, first thing is Japanese language. It's difficult
to learn.
to learn, yeah, for foreigners.
Exactly. Yes. For like for me, it's very
Um,
hard to, the pronunciation, the grammar of
yeah,
Japanese language. It's really
yeah,
hard
yeah,
to learn. Okay, so it is true. But of course, when you say opening the borders, if you say everyone, then you will not choose anymore. Like coming people from North Korea,
North
people
Korea,
from
Russia.
countries, Russia, okay, which of course we supposed not to.
Yeah,
hmm Yeah, though that means already like you know saying no to other
mhm,
people, but of course we have to choose
yeah,
who will let our who will
mhm,
or who should we
yeah.
let in our country.
Yeah, to improve our technology and to improve our economy and
Economy,
yeah, to
yes.
resolve the lack of population of worker.
Shrinking population,
Yeah,
shrinking younger
shrinking younger
generations in
generation.
Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you a sample answer also for this, yes or no, but you can check it later on
Okay.
since it will just stay in your chat box.
All right.
Okay, next question number two. Can countries benefit from having a mixed culture?
Hmm.
Mixed culture. Like for example, your
Hmm.
culture in Japan mixed with Western cultures or other Asian countries' culture.
Hmm. Yeah. Maybe I think it's little benefit from having mixed culture, but there are a lot of problems. So different culture is like cause a lot of problems. Like um, so we afraid of lose my culture due to a lot of mixed culture. Like so, Japan is a long history and a lot of culture of Japan. It's unique Japanese culture. So yeah, we are afraid of lose. We are afraid of disappear my culture. Um, yeah. Oh, you mute?
Okay, we are
Okay.
afraid of losing of our own culture.
Yes.
Yeah, own culture.
It's difficult program, I think. Yeah. We needed to open our border to foreigners, but we have to protect my culture. So
So that's why we should include in. I think they are already including in school.
yeah.
So, like for us also in the Philippines, since we are welcoming a lot of foreigners, there's a lot of foreigners already here in the Philippines. Filipino married to Japanese, Filipino married to Spanish, Filipino married to American or
Mhm.
Canadian, something like that, or British. Yeah, but of course, we still make sure that we are preserving the original culture or the local culture that we have.
Yeah.
So that's why we included already in schools.
Mm.
So there's a subject that we are including learning the culture, or um, we try to remind young students or young
Mhm.
people,
Mhm.
yeah, so that they will gonna know also, they will know where or what our forefathers
Mm.
view before.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially nowadays that we are already
Mhm.
in this kind of
Oh,
multiculturalism.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Okay, there's a lot
sometimes I
of
think I envy.
benefits.
Mhm.
There's a lot of benefits, but there's a lot of negative or problems that
Yeah,
arise.
for me, in my case, for Japanese people, most Japanese people think it's
It's
negative
negative.
effect.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's why we don't want to open my border for foreigners.
okay, as much as possible.
Yeah, as much as possible.
But since there's a problem already of
Yes,
shrinking of
yes,
younger generation,
that's
so
right.
the government cannot do anything. So that's why they
Mhm.
have to open their borders.
Yes, yes.
Okay, next question number 3. Do you think the Olympics should be held in the same country every year? The same country.
Same country. What's mean?
Olympics. So last
Ah,
Olympic, the previous Olympic was held in Tokyo.
mhm. Next
Um,
to Beijing? No. Next to Paris.
yeah, Paris.
Paris.
Yeah. So what if only in Paris that they will gonna hold Olympics every year? Olympics will be held in
Mm.
Paris, or every year Olympics will be held in Japan.
So I heard there are a lot of problems to hold Olympics in your country. So it's too cost to hold the Olympic Games. And
Yes,
yeah,
there's a lot of problem.
a lot
Yeah,
of
so that's
problem.
why um, we have to disseminate. We
Mhm.
have to try also other countries that are who try to hold the Olympics, so that
Mm.
we can learn also, or we can learn through their experiences that they could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of problem actually. So like
Mm.
what happened in your country. Um, is it Indian? I'm not really sure the nationality of the other player that was lost. Okay,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
tried to
yeah.
he escaped. Okay, and then planning to just stay in Japan.
Mhm. So
So
Tokyo Olympics is it's very rare case. So it's during the pandemic.
yes, it
Yeah, we
happens
are
during the
struggling
pandemic.
to hold
Actually, we
Olympics.
salute Japan
Mhm.
because even there's a pandemic, they still choose to continue the Olympic.
Yeah, that's it was too tough to hold. So, yeah, we have to keep distancing and we have to do a lot of protection from the um, spreading of the virus.
Exactly, and you
Yeah.
also Japanese lose a lot of money because of that. You prepared a
Yes, that's
lot.
right.
We know. Yeah, you
No,
prepared a
no
lot, and
spectator.
then
Yeah.
you cannot gain a lot of money because visitors coming from different countries limited.
Yeah, just lost a lot of money to hold the Olympics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're done with question number 3 and the last question. Number 4. Okay, do you
Mhm.
prefer watching the Olympics at home or at the stadium? Did you watch the Olympic
Yes, I did at home.
at home? At home,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, some of my students already had their own tickets before. They are even showing
Yeah.
that, oh, teacher, I will gonna watch the Olympic. They are
Yes.
very excited actually to watch
Yeah,
the
it's
Olympic.
so sad thing.
And then there comes the
Mm,
COVID. So they cannot do anything. But
yeah.
anyway, the government, I think, returned the money.
Mhm. So we can't
So
help
it's
it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Would you want to live and work in another country?
Another country?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Where?
No, Philippines is good, I think. I went to Philippine Manila. It's very good city. So yeah.
Oh, I'm near Metro Manila.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
just two
Manila.
hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been already here. Hopefully, this situation will gonna end now. But we again have the new variant of the virus, so we have
Yes.
to be very careful.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, it's time already. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so
So we
much.
didn't finish. We still have one question.